Our AI-augmented editing functionality is built on top of MIT App Inventor. MIT App Inventor is a drag-and-drop blocks-based programming language. Users can design the user interface or layout of their app in this tab here, the Designer tab, and they can choose between lots of different components such as buttons, labels, and sounds. To program the functionality of their app, users can drag and drop blocks into the Blocks workspace here. The app I have is a multiplication quiz app. Users are given a multiplication question and they have to enter the product. When they submit their answer, the app will tell them whether or not they got it correct, and they can click the reset button for a new question. So 9 times 2 is 18. That's correct. And if I got it wrong, let's say I didn't change my answer, it would tell me that I got it wrong. So now, let's say I wanted to make changes to this app, but maybe I'm new to programming and I'm not familiar with how to make this change myself. Or maybe I want to make a more complicated change to the code. This is where our AI assistance platform comes in. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the button text. So I think that check should say check your answer, just to be more informative for the user. So I can click the edit button and say change the check button's text to check your answer. This is a natural language description. And now we wait. So we can see it's made the change that I requested. Now let's say I want to move the reset button above the check your answer button. I can make that change using our aptly editing functionality too. Move the reset button above the check button. And we can see that this change has been made as well. So let's say that I was unhappy with this change for whatever reason. Maybe it aptly misunderstood what I wanted, or maybe it just wasn't what I was looking for. I can go ahead and click on the undo button, and I can simply undo that change. And now the buttons are back in their original order. Now, maybe we want to change the code logic. Maybe instead of seeing if the user got the answer correct and giving them an answer, we just want our app to be encouraging and say, great job submitting an answer. So let's make that change now. So I'm going to say, when the check button is clicked, set the, what did we call this label? The correctness label. Correctness labels text to great job submitting an answer. And here our change was made. Users can also use our aptly editing functionality to build up an app from scratch. So let's start by adding components. Add a button and a label. So we have a button and a label. Now let's say add 3 more buttons. And maybe now I've decided that I want the label to be bigger. So we can see we have a label here and its font size is 14. So let's just say make the label bigger. So our label got bigger, but it didn't really get that much bigger. Maybe what we wanted was a much larger label that would take up much more of the screen. So if we were able to be more specific or more programmatic, we could get the results we want. Set the label's font size to 80. We can see the label got much larger now. So this is a way that students can develop their computational thinking skills. As aptly understands or doesn't understand what they mean, they can learn to formalize their ideas more clearly and more programmatically.